Alright guys, I can't even begin to pronounce that, but if you are interested in becoming a locksmith, this is his, I'm going to say SweetnessFnerk's first challenge lock. He's a newly licensed locksmith. He's been working on getting his certification for, I guess, about the last year or so. Finally got it, and he sent this challenge lock in, and he also offered, if any of you guys are interested in becoming locksmiths, he said he'd be willing to answer any of your questions. Anyway, it is, I have a key. He did send one. It's inside of here, and it is a Schlage keyway, but for some reason it doesn't look like it wants to cooperate. There's a lot of drag on the 15 thousandths wording from the bottom. Still works, but it's dragging. So maybe it's slightly different tolerances in this Ace branded Schlage copy, but we'll see if we can't make it work. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tight tension for the first one, and I'm on pin 6. He's the binder. Oh man, I'm thinking threaded. Let me move this camera just a little bit. I can put some tension on him. Alright, pin 6, he's probably a standard. I now have a good fault set. So I'm probably hooked up on all remaining security pins. Okay, that was pin 4. I got a click. I believe this keyway on the front here might have been mashed a little bit because I can't reach pin 2 or pin 1 from the bottom. I think we got some little deformation or something there. Try this. I'm going to go from this little ledge on the side. Okay, 1 is binding. I'm getting counter rotation from him. If I can get a decent angle, maybe we can get him picked. Keep sliding off that warding. It's not quite the sharp edge that you would expect. Can't quite get him. Come on, you devil. I'm getting counter rotation from him. There we go. I think I got a click, counter rotation and a click off of him, but I might have overset him. Let's try. Check everybody else. I'm not feeling any counter rotation. Oh, there's some. I thought on pin 3. Maybe not. There we go, that was pin 3. I got a little click off him and the core turned just a bit more. I just touched, I don't even know which one I touched, and I felt the core turn a little bit more. Very light tension on that spring. Okay, I'm on pin 5. I'm getting some counter rotation. Come on. Okay, he's probably a spool then. Nice clean click, and I felt it go back into fault set. See if we can find another one of those devils in here. You'll learn to love spool pins because of all of the security pins. They are the ones that you can understand the easiest. It's some of the serrated and other oddities. I'm going to try this pick on the first pin or two here. Like I said, I believe we got a little deformation. Probably by design. Get up in there. I'm trying to wedge it off my finger. Oops. Thought I broke my pick there for a second. Okay, I think we got him set that time. Okay, that was pin 6, and we got an open. Alright. Let's see what the newest locksmith on the planet has come up with. I do have a key, but I'm not going to open it just yet. Let's find a screwdriver. Okay, get some of this stuff out of the way. We need the green one. Let me make sure that's pointed the right way, and we should just slide that dude right out. I don't see offhand, I'm looking at the top, I don't see any modifications to the core. I do see some odd pins in there though, so it could be interesting. It's a standard pin. Standard. This one, top of it looks a little odd. Maybe not. Standard. 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 I thought the top of this one looked a little strange, but it looks to be just beveled. I thought that was narrowed like a T-pin, but it's just a beveled pin, that's all. Nothing unusual. In fact, I think that would probably make life a little easier on me. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into some good stuff. I'm going to put that there just the way it came out. Pin 2 didn't even come out. I'm going to turn it upside down. There's our spring, but I don't see a pin 2 coming out of here. Okay, nothing in pin 2. It looks to be empty. Unless it's smashed in there. We'll just keep going and we can always come back to him. Pin 3 looks to be another homemade, nice looking spoolie thing. Pin 4, I think he was like that. 5, another homemade one, very sharp edge spool looking thing. And the last one is a standard. Alright, 2 has got me just a little bit confused. I'm going to just put him up here and give him a couple of good cracks. All the pins are, or the springs are coming out. They're all different. But pin 2 is in there. I can see him in the very bottom, but for some reason he is really stuck in there. I don't think he came into play at all. Let me check and see if maybe it's serrated. Yeah, it's serrated. So all these are serrated. He must have gone in from the top here and then recovered it. But every single one of those are serrated. And whatever is in pin 2, and if you can see it down in there, is caught up on the serrations. So that's one thing I guess you got to be careful of when you're doing a challenge lock is don't put something so sharp that it's going to seize itself up, because it kind of defeats the purpose of being a challenge lock. Okay, starting to come up. There he comes. I don't even know. It looks like he's in there sideways now. Whoa. Alright. This is how that was in. It is a kind of a drunken spool thing. It had a little wafer. And I believe he was like, I believe he was in there upside down. Let me show you what we're talking about, then we'll discuss that pin too. Okay, on the bottom all standards. On the top we had one standard and all the rest were homemades. You can see just variations on different spool and very sharp edges designed to grab the serrations in the threaded body of the lock. Now let's get to pin 2. When I pulled him out, it looked like the wafer was against the spring and then he was in upside down, so with the point coming up, and so that meant that one of these sharp edges, probably this one, got caught in the serrations of core 2, which locked him in place. This little point appeared to be coming up. I think you guys, well, I hope somebody saw it. I barely saw it from where I am on the outside of the camera. So if this had been put in there reversed, like something like that, that would make more sense, because that wafer would keep that sharp point from entering into the spring, and when you started picking it, he would really start wobbling bad and get caught up in there. But SweetnessFnerk, I don't know what your intent was, but just 5 locks, just 5 pins on this lock was hard enough. If that had been added into the formula, I don't know what we'd be looking at. We're already at 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Thanks for your time, fellas. Stay safe, stay legal. SweetnessFnerk, thanks a lot, guy. Oh, you want to see the key? Gosh, the important stuff. Huh. I'm glad we opened that. Awesome. All right, guys. Stay safe, stay legal.